It's kind of fun to have that type of a performance against a team that you used to play for.
I mean, it's cool. We just wanted to come out, with focus. We started second quarter, we were down, so our focus was just trying to get in the game because we know how dangerous they are and how disciplined they are. So we just made a game of it in the second quarter, and then I thought we had the right energy in the second half to pick up a big win.
I'm curious for you personally, what were some of the main things that you took away from your time in San Antonio?
Just the organization and the discipline that the organization has, and it's a high information environment in terms of just basketball stuff, life stuff. A very tight knit organization and group of people.
David, JaVale's name was mentioned a lot around the trade deadline. How do you think he handled all that, and what did you think of what he was able to do tonight?
We've got most guys, we just talk about staying ready, and he's one of those guys where he's just, he's doing his job, he's a professional, he's in the gym, working, he's just ready to go when his number's called. So I don't think he let it bother him. I don't think anybody was really focused on that. It's just more than just guys getting ready and staying ready. And that's something that Steve talked about, at the beginning of the year. We're going to need different guys at different moments and different stretches throughout the year. And, he did a great job for us tonight.
You guys probably had your worst defensive month since you've been here the last month or so. And the last two games kind of starting to bust out of it a little bit. What do you think went into these extended struggles, and do you feel like you guys are starting to figure it out a bit?
I don't know. I think we just you get lulls throughout the year. I just thought sometimes we take for granted, the type of talent that we have, and we just think we can go out there and get it done. But we know we have to bring that consistent effort, play with a certain level of force to get teams to do what we want them to do.
David, Looney has said that he's talked to you a lot and gotten a lot of advice from you throughout the season. What have you seen from him, and what are some of the things that you've kind of advised him?
Loon's a baby. He's so young, and but he's got a great basketball mind, and he's a humble kid. So I just talked to him about just having an impact. He's got great instincts, great hands, and I want him to get a jump hook, which is kind of old school, but I feel like every young big guy should have a jump hook to sort of be your base. So we talk about that. We just talk about different matchups and things he might see. But he's a great young guy, listener. I think he just turned like 22. He's been in the league like 3 years already, so he's got a bright future. He's just a young guy, but he's got the right type of mind in terms of his focus and wanting to soak up all the knowledge he can.
Hey, David, to your right, when you guys are preparing for the Spurs, is Kerr's respect for Popovich pretty evident, and do you also see his competitiveness come out any more than usual?
I don't know. I think, obviously, playing against San Antonio, you just got to be prepared for their structure and their discipline and their system. So, he may put a little extra emphasis on that, knowing that they're not going to be one of the teams that does a lot of random stuff. And he knows how dangerous they are. So he makes sure we approach, this game and really every game with the right type of attitude in terms of, knowing that there's a dangerous opponent across from us.
Do you know what your field goal percentage is this year? 61%. Which is a lot higher than anywhere else in your career. Why have you been so efficient this year, do you think?
Man, I don't know. I'm just shooting. I know where my shots and my range, where it's going to come. I really don't know. I probably learned a little bit more from last year in terms of just being a better roller. I'm used to popping my whole career, so getting rolling situations where I'm around the basket. Pretty much that's it. Other than just getting my reps every single day.
Steve Kerr praised your consistency and said that you're pretty much the focal point of the second unit. Did you expect to be doing that at this stage in your career?
I wouldn't say I'm the focal point. I just try to be solid and be steady. I know who I am. I'm not going to get outside of that and try to reinvent the wheel or anything. So, I think that's a great starting point. But, our group is, the strength of this group is the group. You know what I'm saying? And the individual abilities of each guy and figuring out every single game how to make it work. So, it's just working.
Even during that rough stretch, that 4-game stretch, you looked pretty fresh. Do you feel fresh right now? Like, do you feel like it's not necessarily the dog days of the season?
Yeah, I think we've gotten beyond that. Usually that comes late December, early January. We're trying to play well going into the break, pick up some momentum as a group, get our chemistry a little bit better in terms of just, things we're looking for on the floor. So that's pretty much it, man. We just, taking it easy. We're trying to make our way through this thing, obviously remaining healthy and keeping our minds sharp and keeping one another engaged.
We saw the bench's reaction to Clay's dunk. I'm just wondering, did you get a good look, and what did you think?
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to take off. He just took off. It was great, man. It was great. All right.